Good morning. Good morning. I want to share. I watched this video last night, the documentary. Uh, it was on Prime Video. It was called The Psychic Matrix, I believe. And what they were discussing was how the observer affects what is being observed, meaning that, two people can see the same thing and they're going to see something different. And how that is affecting quantum physics and science itself. Because if you have two people doing a scientific experiment and they come up with and they see two different things, it's difficult to repeat the process. So they're looking at things a lot differently now. If you haven't seen the the video, what the bleep do we know? I believe it's on Prime Video. If you have Prime, watch it. And this is something that we've all becoming more aware of. And it's not, again, it's not mumbo jumbo like anything else. It's just, if you look at it in a daily thing, it's common sense. It's what we've been programmed, what we live. It's all what I've been saying all along is how we perceive things. And we know that our minds can affect things. So I thought it was very interesting, and it just kind of ties into the humanality of it, of how we see things differently. Yesterday, I saw a post from someone that I had met. I reached out to because this person, a lot of their posts are very inspirational. They say a lot of the same things I do. They're very much into, they're building a business in fitness, and they're into mindset and spirituality. So I reached out to this person. We met. Uh, I shared something that I was working on with this person. And yesterday, now I haven't talked to this person. It was kind of one side. I kept reaching out, but there was nothing coming back. So I was like, okay, well, they're busy. They've got a lot going on. That's fine. I offered to help with their business with some of my knowledge that I have. But yesterday I saw a post where they're working on a new project, and the verbiage, although altered a little bit, was very similar to what I was working on. Now, when I saw it, what I saw was, wow, that's pretty cool. Here again, we're working on, we have the same mindset where because in her past post, she would say things that I would say. So I just look at it, oh, that's pretty cool. Kind of, so I took a screenshot of it and sent it to my buddy, and I didn't say anything. I just said, I just sent him the post, and he's like, "Wow, can you say theft or something like that?" And I was like, "No, she's not stealing anything from me. We all get ideas, and other people have the same ideas we do sometimes." But I got to thinking about it last night. I was like, it, it it's very possible that idea came from what I shared, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. And that goes along with what I was saying before, when, trust but verify. Now, I can go through this story through my head of, this person's trying to steal my idea and blah, blah, blah. But what difference does it make? Now, I'm not going to try and verify. I'm not going to reach out to them, because a lot of times we do things and we don't realize it. And this goes right along with what I was saying. Be self-aware. Be aware of where your ideas and where your thoughts come from. It's like when you tell a friend or your kids, you tell them something, this is the way it should be done, this is the way it should be done. And then you're sitting there and somebody else tells them, this is the way it should be done. And like, wow, you're right. And then you're sitting there, wait, I've been saying that all along. So it's one of those things that, it was interesting that he saw it the way he did, which he could be right. And I saw it the way I did, which I could be right. But what difference does it matter if I find out if I was to find out where the idea originated from. And then again, we get input. There's some people that say there is no original thought. And by some people, usually when I refer to someone, it's respected authors, PhDs, whatever. Uh, the what was the guy's name? What was I watching? He writes I think he's a French author. He writes books and he gets all his ideas from someone else, and he admits it. He doesn't steal the stuff, but he gets his ideas from them. And he's one of them that says, there's no original ideas. Well, sure there is. There has to be. Something has to originate, right? It has to come from somewhere. But a lot of times, if you have this great thought, there's probably someone across the world that's had a similar experience and has had that great thought as well. But I do, a lot of things have to originate from somewhere. But then, again, the point is, trust but verify, and then ask yourself, what does it matter? What does it matter if I really know whether this person got it from me or not? Uh, to me, there is no competition. There's you do what you do, and I do what I do. I have a different audience. I have a different approach. I'm me. I'm as unique as my fingerprint. So keep that going. Keep that in mind going forward with whatever you're doing. You're you. You're unique. Nobody can copy you. They might be able to copy your ideas, but if your intentions are pure, karma is good and bad. Uh, just remember that all things come from you, your thoughts. So just be pure. Be pure in your thoughts and your intentions. If other people want to take ideas from you or whatever and do whatever they want, let them. Wish them success. And that's another thing that takes work. Being self-aware, not letting things like that bother you. It takes practice, but that's what gives you calm and peace in your life and helps you to be happy, not worrying about others and what they're doing. Uh, and when you get in that state where you can not be upset about stuff like that and not, just boil in it, you start attracting people to you like that. The people around you will start rising to that level, and the drama kind of goes away. If you've noticed, people that have drama in their lives tend to continue to have drama. It just keeps going. And it's not an outside source, it's coming from the inside. So, you know, uh, do your work inside. And that's one of the things that they were saying last night that you hear a lot. People used to always look outside, to, to God and outside source and outside. And now the attention is turning inside, because that's where everything's coming from. Because we are all one. We all come from the same source. We're all the same thing. We're not separate. We're all energy. We're all made of the same. We're all made of the same shit. Uh, so just be in the moment. Be aware of what you got going on. If there's something that you want to change and you're not sure how to change it, you're like, how does this apply? And this is where I'm trying to help out more, because I know when I listen to stuff like this and I listen to books and listen to other people, it's like, well, how does this help in my specific situation? And that's why a lot of people say coaching, one-on-one coaching, therapy, whatever you want to call it, is very helpful if you get somebody good and then that really understands it. But one of the things you can do, if you can recognize that there's something that you want to change. I mean, how often do we say, why do I always do that? Why do I always do that? Whether it's take a wrong turn or get in a bad relationship, or you're being aware, right? You're recognizing that you're doing that. That's a good question. But are you taking the time to find the answer? Well, the first thing you do is sit down in the quiet and ask that question. How do I change it? how can I change this going forward? And it might take a little bit of time, but the answers will start coming to you. And there's no specific way. You don't have to nam yoho renge kyo, or you can, but and everybody does it different. That's why there's so many different books and different chants and whatever. But you have to start somewhere to find out what's right for you. And the only thing you can do, the one thing that's the common denominator out of all that, is taking the time to sit in the quiet and start asking that question. It has to be a daily practice, and stuff will start coming to you. Answers will start coming to you. Your process. You might grab onto someone. You might start watching someone else's videos, and it might take you down another path, which is fine, but it'll lead you to the answers. If you ask the question and you leave yourself open to the answer, it'll come to you. You'll find it. It has to be. That's just the way it is. I love you. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.